Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. It's MoSports TV, June 13th. I'm with Matt Chi and myself, CMO Sports. We're here once again. We're going to talk some NBA Finals. We're going to talk some NFL training camp. Well, not training camp, but mini camp, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. OTAs, whatever you want to call it. You know, we're vibing. Also, we're going to talk a little bit of Tank Martin, too. I forgot to tell you about that. But that's coming up soon, too.
Very soon this week, right?
Yeah, I think this Saturday.
Yep.
Was it the Saturday?
Yeah.
So that should be interesting as well. But we here once again, MoSports. I'm happy to be back.
Yes,
you
sir.
already know what time it is.
It's been a little bit of an off season, but we got some basketball. It's unfortunate that we're here in the midst of an NBA Finals and we're talking already about off season. But it just goes to show you, it ain't been a great series. I can't lie to you. It hasn't been quite what we've expected. And the first one, I had a feeling. The first one in here is
good, man. What's up? What's
tough.
up?
It's tough, man. I mean, we're going to have a pick aside later on in the episode, and that'll just show you right there how tough and how close I really do think these two teams are. I don't think it's a 3-0. That's not how far you think they're that far apart.
I think so.
Damn.
But I'm going to, not on some hater shit, though. It's really the depth where it's not the stars.
Different.
It's just different in Boston. They got 1 through 5 is tough as hell, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason why they're 3-0, and I'm gonna tell you, it's the depth. Derek White coming off the bench would be starting.
Yeah, and on most teams.
On most teams, honestly, he wouldn't be starting on Dallas either, just because he's a guard. But it's just been domination from front to back. You know what I'm saying? Like the stars have been outplayed on Dallas,
right?
And the bench has really been outplayed.
Right.
And they're def in general. Porzingis, game 1,
he was going crazy.
Going crazy.
That was
going absolutely nuts, bro. Nuts. Jaylen Brown has been outplaying Kyrie. Tatum's been outplaying fucking Luka. Honestly, Luka hasn't had a game where you could really say where he's really dominated, And mind you, you guys still got Horford. They got Derek White. And, like, the rest of their bench is very solid.
Peyton Pritchard.
Pritchard is solid,
he's
man.
Giving you good minutes.
They're solid players.
Luka's been the best offensive player in the series. I mean, he has, but then again, his defense lacks so much that, like, you gotta, he's the highest blow-by percentage in almost NBA Finals history. And that's got to be a cause for concern. I just want to say as well, Jason Tatum is very lucky that he has Jaylen Brown and a very good team around him, because there are definitely moments throughout this series where he hasn't looked like who Jason Tatum is supposed to be in the NBA Finals. He's held to a very high standard if he wants to be considered one of these top 5 guys in the NBA, especially now if he's going to have a ring to his resume. I think he has to step it up a little bit more than he has.
Honestly, I think Tatum's doing exactly what he needs to do. Sometimes superstars do too much.
He's always
like Luka.
Been that guy.
I think Luka's doing too much right now. But he has to do too much because there's nobody on his fucking team he can rely on besides Kyrie.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
we knew this already.
I like Jones. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
Jones Jr.
Jones Jr. is tough. I give him that.
He's a high flyer, and he fits with Luka's slower.
But
play
there's
style
nobody on that Mavs team where I'm like, besides Kyrie, obviously.
I like Jalen Hardy, but
I guess, but THJ,
you had
to come in to save the day last night because Luka fouled out. Right. He fouled out, crying and bitching like he usually does.
Yeah.
And what did THJ do? Shit himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the depth. It's like, all right, Luka could cancel out Tatum. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie could cancel out Jaylen Brown. But who's canceling out Porzingis? Who's canceling out Derek White? Who's canceling out Al Horford? Who's canceling out Pritchard even? Like, these guys are tough, man.
And at the end
who's canceling out Drew Holiday?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even mention Drew Holiday.
Yeah. He's played great this series.
Amazing defense.
And he's got champion DNA. He came from a winning place in Milwaukee. And Brittany Renner's boyfriend was supposed to be, the one to step up. But
and PJ Washington actually is a very good role player. He's actually very solid for Dallas. He has.
But that's like, he's not somebody that you brought in expecting, to do something like that.
Right. And honestly, we didn't do a episode last week where we would have predicted, but going into the series, before I figured out Porzingis' health status, I was actually going Mavs. But once I figured out Porzingis was playing game 1, I switched over to Celtics that day. Literally that day, I switched over to Celtics. I said Celtics are going to win the series because it's just too much for Dallas to handle. And that's what's been happening. It's just been too much to handle.
Yeah.
And like Luka really needs to take a look at himself after this series. And don't get me wrong, I think Luka is he's
elite, obviously.
Top 3 player in the league. He is amazing, talented, but he needs to really tone down on the crybabiness.
Complaining about the refs post game was crazy.
Ridiculous, man. Bro. Then, he has to stop crying. He has to stop.
With 4 minutes left, he tries taking a charge in what was obviously going to be called a blocking foul. He falls to the ground, and instantly he yells at the bench, "You better effing challenge that." And it's just like,
and they did, right? And it was unsuccessful.
And they lost.
Right.
Yeah,
so and that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem.
It is.
That's a problem.
There's no accountability, I feel like, when it comes to Luka. And I think it's because he's always been the best player. I mean, you go back to Slovenia, and nobody was ever holding Luka in check, right? Nobody was keeping him in line. And now I feel like somebody within that
Dallas, uncheckable.
He is.
That's the problem. He's literally uncheckable. Who's going to check him?
Right.
Jason Kidd?
No, it has to be Kyrie.
I guess. And Kyrie's too zen.
He is.
To
he's
check
too
anybody.
Calm.
He's too chill. He's like,
I gotta say, I very much respected Jason Kidd trying to get like a little storyline going and separating the two J's, like saying Jalen is the better J. I gotta respect him trying to get in the heads of Boston and really start some turmoil, because there was a discussion in the media the next day, who is the true leader in Boston? But that was just a ploy by Jason Kidd to try and get under the skin of the Celtics.
Do you think Dallas is going to win game 4, or you think this is over?
I think they get one.
You think they're going to get one?
I think they get one. But
I mean, they had a real shot last night. They had actually a real shot at winning. They were up 10 plus at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Boston obviously came back, but they got to get it together, man. And honestly, I don't know if they get one. This might be a wrap.
It might be a sweep. That's crazy. And if Luka and Kyrie go out like this, that's sad.
Yeah, a lot of frustration fouls. You fouled out. Like, you're not supposed to foul out as a guard, man.
With 4 minutes left?
With 4 minutes left. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But it was just because of his laziness on defense.
And did you hear what Windhorst had to say?
Oh, he ripped him.
He ripped him, and it was 100% accurate.
Very correct.
100% accurate.
Yep.
100% accurate.
I mean, for Brian...
He told him about himself.
Right. For Brian Windhorst to go in on you for 5 minutes and not run out of breath, I mean, he really had passion behind that statement. So I gotta respect it.
I got respect for the Mavs for getting this far. You beat a very talented... They beat the Nuggets, right?
That is an awesome cope right here. I'll just give you that for right now. You got it. We'll wait until the series is over.
I mean, that is a crazy cope.
That's a crazy cope.
Like, we're giving respect where respect is due. You beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. That was fresh off of beating
the Denver Nuggets.
You beat a OKC team that's a very impressive team. And I respect you guys for getting to where y'all at. The Knicks didn't get this far, obviously. So, like, you had a more successful season than the Knicks. But at the end of the day, like, the better team is winning the series. Hands down. It's not even fucking close. And honestly, where has the Celtics really been challenged this whole playoffs?
No, they haven't.
They haven't been challenged at all.
No.
And that's why I'm mad the Knicks got hurt, because I really feel like that could have been their actual challenge. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, that could have been a real challenge.
And they're ripping, what's his name in the group for that take. But I mean, the fact of the matter is that, we're always going to say what ifs and like if this, if that. But if the Knicks were healthy in that scenario, I do think like Simo's saying, it's going to give Boston more of a competition. And listen, even if it was the same outcome where Boston's in the finals, they're at least going to be a little more roughed up,
more banged up,
you know, against this team. Like, who knows? Maybe Porzingis would have got hurt last round.
They would have had to have brought Porzingis back last series.
Right, exactly.
If the Knicks were healthy.
They've been challenged. They've just been better than every team they've played. That's just not true. Before
they played
they've lost 2 games the whole playoffs. One against the Cavs and one against Miami. That was
they played Miami without Jimmy Butler. They played the Cavs without Donovan Mitchell for half of the series.
And then no Halliburton.
They played
for half the series.
Indiana, a young Indiana team with no Halliburton for half the series. And then they got fully healthy. And they're 3-0. So I mean, it is what I mean. Is Boston this good? Yes, they are this good. I will give them respect. I think they are absolutely this good.
But are we going to sit here and act like it wasn't
a challenge? It was a cakewalk. Like let's be real here. It was a cakewalk.
There's a reason that this finals is not very high rated because like
it stinks. Can we talk about that too? I mean, I feel like everything past the second round has been a stink show for the NBA. It was 2 damn near sweeps.
Yeah.
For the conference finals, it was 2 gentlemen sweeps. I want to say, right? Or did
no? Because it would be the Pacers got swept.
Pacers got swept, and what
Minnesota got
Minnesota got 1, right?
Right. Yeah.
Or 2. They might have got 2.
No, they got 1 because Ant said we're gonna see.
They got 1, and they were up. And they were up 3-0. And they were up 3-0.
Right. And that's exactly what's gonna happen.
And now it's 3-0. Yeah, I can see it going 3-1 here, but that's stinky. That's not fun. That's not fun. And like, I know players. I know players are going to look back in the offseason. This offseason and they're going to be like, "Hey,
we had a shot."
No, that health was a huge problem this playoffs for every team.
Right. As in, if we're healthy, we have a shot.
No. And this is what they're gonna blame it on. They're gonna blame it on in order to win postseason awards, you have to play 85% of the games, right? We got to play at least 60 games. We're not allowed to do back-to-backs. I mean, we got to play back-to-backs now. We got to do this. We got to do that in order to get our flowers at the end of the season. Y'all should get rid of that rule. You guys got to get rid of that rule. I can see that happening. I can see that because health played a huge factor in these playoffs. Huge factor in these playoffs. Huge.
Yeah, huge. No, I mean, everybody's banged up. And we always say, like, you got to take into account everybody's injured, but, like, it's just getting to a different level. Halliburton played 2, and they lost them anyway. He wasn't going to – no, nobody said he was going to beat Boston, but having him on the floor is a lot bigger of a difference than not having him on the floor.
Indiana in the conference finals is honestly, like, they're not as good as advertised. I don't care what anybody else says.
No, definitely fucking not.
But, yeah, honestly, this was a disappointing NBA playoffs after the second round. The first 2 rounds were fucking electric.
Yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion.
They were.
The first 2 rounds were absolutely electric. And then the final 2 rounds were absolute dog shit. So it was an average NBA playoffs, you know? Nothing too crazy.
It was shaping up to be great, though. At the end of the regular season, what was it? The Western Conference was separated by, like, 1 or 2 games total. You know, the East was looking very good. I mean, I don't know. It was definitely disappointing. Next year's going to be a lot of fun.
So I've been seeing a lot of comparisons about Luka and James Harden, saying Luka is the new version of the Rockets' James Harden. And I'm like,
I don't even think Luka's that athletic.
Honestly, I don't think Luka's had a better season than Rockets James Harden yet. And like Mavs fans and Luka fans are taking that as an insult. And I'm like, no, that's actually a compliment to Luka because Rockets James Harden was something fucking different.
Rockets James Harden
something fucking
crazy,
different.
Bro.
Almost took the Golden State Warriors home. Almost took him home by himself.
Yeah. It was him and then Clint Capella.
Chris Paul.
They did.
That was the Chris Paul year.
Did he get hurt?
He got hurt halfway through the series.
Right.
And they were up 3-1.
Yeah.
They were up 3-1 on Golden State that year. There's the first year with KD, I want to say.
Right.
Or the second year with KD. And they
were
folded,
sweating.
But
they were sweating. James Harden had your favorite player sweating every matchup. I mean, prime James Harden, it's hard to
I don't
find
think
a player
Luka has
like
gotten
that.
there yet. I don't think Luka has gotten to prime James Harden level yet. Sorry.
I mean, says Luka doesn't model his game by baiting the defense into fouling him strictly.
I will say
Luka's less
Harden's
of a foul
game
baiter.
was very foul baity.
Definitely.
It was. But
the isolation comparison is definitely there, though. They are high volume, high isolation players.
Yes.
They want the one-on-one matchup. They're going to get their pick in order to get onto a lesser defender.
I think Harden was a better distributor of the ball than Luka.
Definitely.
I also think
Luka's
James Harden had a
hands-on.
way faster pace of game, obviously, than Luka. Luka's very slow.
Luka's slow as hell.
He's slow as fuck. But he's like a Paul Pierce slow, like sneaky fast when he needs to be.
Yeah. Luka always just plays like he's like 15 to 20 pounds overweight. Like, it's just like he's very sluggish to me. And I think like if he slimmed down to like his rookie season, I mean, you look back at his rookie year, he was 20 pounds lighter and he looks way better, way more athletic. I don't know, man. Even
and I've been actually hearing rumors that Luka drinks and smokes before after games.
I don't doubt that at all.
Beers.
Bro.
He drinks beers and smokes hookah.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at
I've been
all.
hearing these things. And he's out in Dallas. Texas got that good barbecue, man.
They do. They got good food.
They got good fucking food out there, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Zion, where he went to New Orleans. New Orleans has amazing food. That was the wrong place for him to go.
Yeah. Everything's deep fried.
Everything. Or fire.
I don't know,
char
man.
grilled. One of the two.
When it comes to Luka, it's like you look back at, I think it was 2016 or 17 when he had played the Thunder, right? In that exhibition game when he was playing for Madrid. There's just so much difference in terms of his distribution, in terms of his style of play. He looked more like that Russell Westbrook type of guy, not his explosiveness per se, but he was passing the rock. He was looking to get his teammates involved, and he could do the ISO. Now it seems like as he's garnered more weight, literally, he's taken it upon himself to just be the focal point and main point of the offense, which he's fantastic. He should be the focal point. But it's getting to a different level. And then we're sitting here wondering why he's having lower extremity injuries. He's having knee problems. He's having hamstring issues or Achilles issues, I think it was. And then feet issues, ankle issues. And it's like, it's because you're too heavy for your frame.
I feel like the real indictment on Luka is like, you see what he did with Porzingis, and you see what Boston's doing with Porzingis.
Right.
So it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Look at Porzingis didn't make a difference with Dallas.
Right.
He was a nobody in Dallas, damn near. He wasn't doing shit.
It's all
in
about
Dallas.
the fit, man. It's all about
the fit. He did not fit well with Luka. He did not fit well with Luka.
Guys will.
And that's the indictment I'm trying to say.
Yep.
Kyrie can fit with anybody just because Kyrie is the ultimate basketball team player in a sense. That he can play with anybody. He can play with LeBron. He can play by himself. He can play with Luka. He could play with he even was playing with Boston well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just he was flaky with Boston. But on the Nets, he was great. He was the only one that actually played.
Yeah.
On the Nets. Harden and fucking KD didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Kyrie was the only one who did. When it came to on-court coming in and out every game, playing ball, actually, Kyrie was the most consistent one out of the three. So obviously he could play with Luka, but like I want to see what Luka does because they're gonna bring in another star.
Definitely.
I truly believe that, whether it's this offseason or
at the deadline,
they're gonna bring in another star. Whether it's a BI, whether it's a I don't know who it's gonna be, but they're gonna bring in another very relevant player that's either a 3, 4, or a 5, right? And we're gonna really see how Luka can adapt and be able, like, he's gonna have to learn how to distribute more and set his guys up a little bit more and better. Obviously, his guys aren't that good to do that right now, so he's kind of took it upon himself more than anything. But like when they get some competent guys around him,
it's gonna get scary.
We're gonna have to see where Luka's really at when it comes to that type of time.
Yeah, we got to be honest.
We gotta see.
I've seen some Klay Thompson rumors.
I wouldn't do that.
I mean,
I wouldn't do that.
He might only fit because he can sit in a corner and spot up shoot.
You need a real wing. You need a true wing.
Yeah.
You need a forward, whether it's a 3 or a 4, a true one.
They should truly be tapping in to see if OG is available.
No, they don't.
No.
He's not going anywhere. Anyway, BI I think would be a great fit for them.
That would be a great fit.
I think BI would be a great fit for them. That's what I've been really honing down on for the Mavs. I think BI would be that guy because I think Lively Gafford is very serviceable at the 5.
Right.
Very
enough to
serviceable.
get you by, especially if you have an elite 3.
You just need an elite 3 and 4. Maybe a 4 more than anything.
I think like a Jeremy Grant could be good.
Jeremy Grant could work very well with
or like a
with
Rashawn Holmes at the 4.
Maybe.
We don't want
but somebody that can really shoot that
expensive.
rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, OG's gonna cost 40 a year.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to have some real money to fucking do that, you know.
But should that lead us into our pick a side?
Yes, pick a side. It's been a while since we've done like an actual segment. I'm excited to bring it back for every episode. We're either gonna do pick a side or start bench cut. We're gonna do something every episode from here on out because it's essential. We figured out it's really essential for this podcast that we need to be doing these things.
And shout out to Vinny.
Shout out to Vinny for Wings and Things.
Yeah. Because pick a side was originally, picking a side to your dish.
Rest in peace to Wings and Things.
It's been real.
It's been real, but good things can't last forever. All right. Anyway, pick a side, right? Chat. I want you to give your reasonings in the chat, please, as well, so we can post them up on the screen. Who would you rather build your team around, Luka and Kyrie, or Tatum and Brown? And I'm gonna tell you like this. This is a lot closer than what people think. You know, obviously, Boston's up 3-0. Obviously, the Tatum Brown combo has been working better than the Kyrie Luka combo this series against each other, right? But like I said, you got to look at the team around Tatum and Brown and look at the team around Luka and Kyrie, because
if you flip-flop the pair, I think it's still 3-0. Boston, right?
Exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
Exactly what I'm trying to say, Matt. If you would have flipped Tatum and Brown, Luka and Kyrie, and put Luka and Kyrie on Boston, Tatum and Brown on Dallas, it would still be 3-0 Boston.
Yep.
That's how good
the rotation of Boston's players are.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
That Drew Holiday, the Porzingis, the Derek White, the Peyton Pritchard, the Al Horford. It's just too many role players that are above role player status.
It's too much.
But with that being said, we still do have to pick who you would like. And I am honestly going to say that I think Luka and Kyrie are a more talented duo and also rise to the occasion more than Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I think fourth quarter crunch time, I need a bucket or I need a stop. I don't know if I'm going to call on Luka for a stop or Kyrie, but I need somebody to step up and get me a bucket. I'm going to go to one of those two before I go to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Even though I understand what you're trying to say, I'm going to disagree with you, man. I'm still going to take Tatum Brown. And obviously, this is the first time either or combo has made it to the NBA Finals. They've both combos have. Well, obviously Kyrie has been there. He's a champion. But like as a combo with Luka, this is the first time this is happening. But I mean, obviously you're right. The clutch factor, you're gonna give to them, right? But I think everywhere else, I'm going Tatum Brown. Defense, I'm going Tatum Brown. Rebounding, I'm going Tatum Brown. Ability to score at any time, you could probably give to Luka, Kyrie, maybe. Yeah, I feel like they wash each other on that because Tatum can get a bucket at any time too. Don't sit up here and act like Tatum can't get a fucking bucket at any time.
But Tatum also takes
Jaylen Brown can too.
Shots.
Like, I mean,
Tatum makes his shots
so does
unnecessarily
Luka.
hard.
So does Luka. Luka does that too, though. Kyrie, I mean,
I feel like Luka and Kyrie know when to get to the cup though, and Tatum will settle for a jumper before Luka and Kyrie settle for a jumper.
Oh no, I just think you're hating on Tatum.
I don't know. I haven't loved what I've seen. And that might be because he hasn't had to rise to the occasion like
that's
that.
What I'm trying to tell you. Like, he hasn't really had to put things into his hands all playoffs, and maybe that's the reason why they've gotten so far.
Luka's a better rebounder than Tatum and Brown by himself. That's a good point. Luka does put himself in a good position to get rebounds, but we're talking superstardom. You know, like I don't know.
Cut the shit, man. Honestly, bro. And please don't go running to fucking stats because Luka has averaged more rebounds. Sometimes when you watch NBA games, players are given rebounds.
Right.
And sometimes the game plan is, hey, we're going to let the guard get the rebounds and we're going to clear this guy out and put him on the 3-point line to make sure they don't get offensive rebounds on us. Right. And that's what people don't factor in. And that's what stat people don't factor in is the game plans and what certain teams are doing in order for certain players not to get rebounds. Jason Tatum, Brown are getting 6 a game apiece each.
Bro, they all are. They're all giving rebounds, especially the guards.
Bro, guards are really giving rebounds. Josh Hart is giving rebounds.
Right, because they run the ball up the floor. Russell Westbrook, when he was with the Thunder, and everyone was saying
was giving rebound. What? Oh my God, Russell Westbrook got given so many fucking rebounds,
dude. Even
Harden,
talk about like Carmelo, Carmelo Anthony, when he used to go, "Fuck out of here, I got it."
Right,
he was given
a lot of players get given
a rebound.
It's a gift sometimes. It happens, bro. But like, don't sit up here and tell me Luka's in the fucking paint, boxing up 5s out and getting boards over him because they're not.
Right.
He's not. I don't care what you're talking about. He's not.
Luka's not cleaning the glass and hustling.
He's not, bro. He's not.
We got to be realistic about that.
He's not.
And I have Luka and Kyrie in this argument.
He's not. Stop. I know you got a bias, but stop. I got Tatum and Brown. You got Luka and Kyrie. I feel like there's no wrong answer in this. I feel like they both wash each other out regardless. There's pros and cons to each side. Just me personally, I feel like Tatum and Brown combined age. I mean, obviously Kyrie's older and Luka's younger, but Tatum and Brown are still in their mid-20s.
Yeah. And what's the aura ranking?
Aura?
It's got to be Kyrie's 1, right?
No, because a lot of people hate Kyrie.
They do, but
for me, Kyrie has the number 1 aura.
I think so too.
For me, but that's who I am as a person. I'm against the grain. I'm an against the grain type of person. I always go against the grain, and so does Kyrie.
Tatum is boxing 5, so Tatum is boxing. Tatum averages like 3.5 rebounds a game, bro.
But if he wanted to, yes, he could actually, because he's big enough and like lanky enough to do that if he wanted to. He doesn't have to because he has fucking Porzingis and fucking Horford and all this goofy shit too. I don't know why this rebounding is an actual
argument. Yeah,
like, this is what and Eddie and Leonard love to do. They like to take stupid ass shit out of main debates and then like solely focus on that stupid ass part of the debate and make it seem like they want to debate off of that stupid ass point that they're making, like rebounding. Nobody gives a fuck about rebounding in this shit, bro. Who gives a fuck?
We're eating auras. That's nuts.
Who said we're eating auras?
Let me bring up stats. Aura is a specific qualification now in the sports world. There are articles written on it. Aura matters.
Aura does matter. But obviously not in gameplay.
You know what's crazy is that I actually, like, in my few weekends now shooting these sporting events, that's a huge part of my process is like, yo, what player has the most aura to go get this good shot? You know, that's what it's all about in sports. It's huge now.
Aura is a legacy thing. More than an actual gameplay thing. It's more of a legacy thing. Like Allen Iverson was the king of aura. Right. He was like, people hate on him for whatever reason, saying he's not a all-time great basketball player. He is. But his number one thing he had was aura.
Right.
Everybody wanted the AI sneakers. Everybody wanted the cornrows. Everybody wanted to wear a headband. Everybody wanted baggy shorts because of Allen Iverson. All right?
Yes.
Don't get it fucked up.
It is a bonus.
Michael Vick. Another aura.
Right.
Aura player. Oh, he wasn't a good quarterback. Try and say that shit when he was in his prime in Atlanta, bro. When all the Pop Warner kids was rocking Vicks. Everybody wanted to be like Michael Vick. And who has the aura now? Who's the top aura player?
Anthony Edwards.
I would say Anthony Edwards.
SGA.
I would say Anthony Edwards. Because SGA kind of fucked my aura. He fucked his aura up with them State Farm commercials with Chet Holmgren. Started singing and shit, doing goofy shit. Kind of fucked his aura up with his outfits. I think SGA is an amazing player. I think Brunson has amazing aura.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, there's a lot of guys now that are like taking that into account as well.
You should. It's
should.
Very important for your career.
Good PR, bro.
For endorsements, for money,
right?
For everything on that nature. You know who doesn't have aura? Tyrese Halliburton.
Right.
He doesn't have aura.
Somebody that another one.
Luka has aura.
Luka has some aura.
Luka actually has aura up until this series. Honestly,
LaMelo Ball has like a lack of aura to me. A guy has like he has like drip to me, but there's not aura the way that
he has kid aura.
Exactly.
Because his like Pumas go crazy. The kids go crazy for his Pumas.
He's like a high schooler in my eyes for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know.
But that was our pick aside.
Pick aside. Let's move on to the NFL.
Yep.
Darren Wallen retires after how many seasons? I don't even know.
One season with the Giants.
And
I think 7 years with the Raiders. Wow, man. I mean, for the better of both sides, because I think the Giants save $11 million or $12 million this year.
I think the Giants are honestly okay with him leaving. Because
they're okay. I mean, we're going to be ass.
Right. It's not going to be one of those seasons for us where we're prepared to go to the playoffs or anything like that. We drafted Theo Johnson in the third, fourth round from Penn State. I think he can actually be really good. Still. And we still got Bellinger.
I like Bellinger.
It's time to move on from that. Do you think there's like mental health? There's a lot of people that are saying it's mental health issues going on with him.
I don't doubt it, man. Darren Waller's obviously, anytime he's on the NFL screen, they're bringing up his addiction. And I think that on top of the whole Kelsey Plum thing, like he has baggage to him. So now him getting a divorce definitely is a lot on his mental health. And he was already contemplating retirement before all of that. So if he can't find football as his safe space and go rock out, then he's not mentally in the game.
I will say this. A lot of people hate on this music. His music is not as bad as people are saying.
I didn't even crack a listen. I can't lie to you.
It's the music video that
I saw the video and I had it on mute. What's that Drake bar? Like Kelsey Plum, like she's a 10, but it's good on mute. Like, yeah.
Oh man, Darren
facing the beach in the sand.
That was fucked, bro.
That was crazy.
The very end where the wave comes up,
it crashes on his face. Oh my god. What was he doing?
What is he doing? But
that was him seeking aura, and it didn't work.
It did not work.
It didn't work.
His aura is in the shitter.
It is.
It's in the shitter.
Malik Neighbors, his aura is crazy. Brian Burns, crazy aura at OTAs. So those are cool signs from the Giants, but that's all I'm really looking at.
We're looking okay. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to predict anything for the Giants this year. Let's just pray for the best. And, our season depends on two things, our line and Daniel Jones.
That's it.
It's really it's that simple.
That's it.
If those two things can step up, you never know what the Giants can do, honestly, because we don't have a hard schedule at all this year.
Yeah.
So this is what we were saying.
Exactly. I mean, I saw the screenshots of his face in the sand and the fake Kelsey Plum, and I was like, this is enough.
But the music itself is really not that bad. It's not that bad. Obviously, it's professionally recorded, mixed, and mastered. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still doesn't have a good voice, but
Drew Lock or Daniel Jones is the starter. You know my stance.
Look, man, Drew Lock is throwing the ball, bro.
And Drew Lock, if you notice, is in every Giants tweet highlight and Instagram video. If it's a highlight of OTA's offensive play,
it's been Drew Lock.
It's been Drew Lock as the QB in most of these vids. I think he's
been outplaying Daniel Jones already.
I don't doubt it. And I told you,
outplaying him.
Drew Lock aura, Daniel Jones aura. So, like, if
Drew
we're
Lock
going to lose,
actually has some real aura,
bro.
To him.
And I don't care if you
Daniel
say it's
Jones
from the Young
Jeezy
clip. I don't care. Maybe it is, but still. It's more than Daniel Jones.
Though. He's with the shits.
Jones, in his defense, he grew a beard, definitely bumped him up, maybe 5-10 points. But Drew Lock, definitely a more substantial aura than Daniel Jones.
Right. Okay, let's move on to like more kind of Giants news, I guess, but it's really Eagles news.
Still Giants
Eagles
news, yeah.
do not get a tampering violation for Saquon Barkley. How do you feel about that?
I think there was obvious tampering involved, but
I think it was just tampering. There was tampering involved, but it wasn't concrete tampering that could be proved. Enough. That could be proved in the court of law. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way they could prove it. They probably had third-party phone calls with each other to where it couldn't be detected that they were talking to each other, and we all know they cheated. It's just
we knew what it was before he was
we can't prove it. We can't prove it, and it's all good. I'm not worried about it. I'm still not upset about it. I have not been upset about Saquon going to the Eagles at all since it started. Like, I've actually laughed.
And did you see the Sirianni thing?
Yes, he's such a cornball.
See, like, that's where it's like, yo, I can't stand Nick Sirianni. And like, if he was your coach, you probably loved that clip. But like, oh,
you're not a good
Giants
coach,
fans are heckling me. You know what I say? We got your best player. And it's like, oh, I didn't know you had Dexter Lawrence.
Obviously, you don't live in the city of Philadelphia. You live in New Jersey. If there's Giants fans heckling you, buddy,
right?
You live in Cherry Hill, bud.
Yeah, no, you do.
The only way you have getting heckled by a Giants fan is if you live in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, right across the bridge, from motherfucking Philly.
Yeah,
because ain't nobody in Pennsylvania is talking that Giant shit. It's not. Right. He lives in New Jersey, so that's to say a lot about who he is.
Yep,
he's a pussy. That's what he is.
In other tampering news, the NFL's taking a 5th-round pick from the Falcons for Kirk Cousins tampering, which is crazy because I feel like there was much less Kirk Cousins tampering and much more Saquon Barkley tampering.
Oh, you know Atlanta tampered their ass off, though. You know they did.
Crazy, because I feel like Kirk Cousins was something not many people expected like that.
I don't even know why Atlanta had to tamper, though. That was silly. Like, they just could have got him straight up.
Coming off an Achilles rupture and I don't know.
I don't know why you had to, like, who was actually going after Kirk Cousins like that to where you had to tamper, you know?
I don't know.
Maybe Denver?
Washington? Like, I
wouldn't say Washington.
Because they were going young.
I can't see, no. It had to been Denver or, like, I don't even fucking know. But
yeah, I'm not sure.
It was just silly of them to do that.
It was. And a 5th-round pick, not really much, but it's a slap on the wrist.
And Will Salas made an actual good point. Like, that's all I'm going to get for tampering, a 5th-round pick? Fuck it. I'm tampering all fucking day then.
Right. That makes sense.
If they're just going to dock them 5th-round picks, like, no, don't get me wrong. 5th-round picks are still somewhat... Can be significant at times, but that's really a slap on the wrist, man. Mm-hmm. We need deeper penalties. We need penalties to the point where you're giving a team your pick that you tampered with.
Right. The team. Yeah.
That's real. Now that's gonna make you second think of motherfucking tampering.
Right.
But giving up a 5th, it's worth the risk.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Why not? That's a slap on the wrist.
Yep.
And isn't the player conduct head of player conduct in the NFL live in Atlanta? Works for the Falcons or some shit like that.
Sure.
That was in the group chat. That's something we should look up. But that's another big reason why it was a slap on the wrist.
Huh. Well, let's talk about Alvin Kamara not showing up, contract disputes. He said, listen, if you're going to force me on a bad team, I'm at least going to make sure I get my money. And he hasn't showed up yet. Do we blame him? What's our thoughts?
I don't blame him. He's a running back. Just get as much rest as you can before the season starts.
That's it.
I don't think the Saints give a fuck either. They know he's coming back. He knows he's coming back.
I mean, he shows up into the season 3 games late, basically every year.
Exactly.
Does he not? Like
he does. He gets suspended. He does dumb shit all the time. So like, who really gives a fuck at this point?
Yeah, it was about money like 3 years ago, and then he got suspended, and then it was like an injury, quote unquote, and it's just like, nah, just kick it until week 3, and then we'll see you then. We already know what type of time he's on.
No, he'll be back at the end of training camp or like preseason.
Definitely.
Whatever. CMC was named Madden cover athlete. Congrats, well deserved, CMC. Was there any other player that we could have actually put on that?
I thought it could have been Travis Kelce because I thought they might be capitalizing on the Swiftie, maybe get a shot of him at the Super Bowl. Not with her, but like
Yeah,
with
I'm about to say,
confetti.
why not? Fuck.
I mean, hey,
the
cover that shows you're going full
as the
like,
Legend
PR.
Edition,
right?
The Legend Edition should have been him and fucking Swift making out as the cover with the confetti falling.
Hey,
I bet you people would have bought it.
I thought I saw somebody say that there was a chance it could be him, but CMC, I mean, well deserved, man. I mean, he's incredible.
CMC is definitely well deserved. Pat Mahomes last year, so they can't do him again.
True. I thought, what about like CJ Stroud could be a good one? I wouldn't doubt if he's next year's cover.
That could be next year if he comes out and does the same thing that he did this year.
Right.
I could see that definitely happening. Joe Burrow could be a possible one eventually.
Joe Burrow, yeah. Or Jamar Chase, maybe Justin Jefferson. Was Jefferson already?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't think so. But I could definitely see that as well.
Mm-hmm.
What other?
Who else can be a cover? If they did Saquon on the Eagles or Hurts, I would probably throw up.
I wouldn't buy it.
Definitely. I'm buying the digital copy.
I was already buying the digital copy anyway, but
yeah, physical copies are out.
Yeah, they're gone.
That's what made video games great, man. Like going to GameStop, hopping online.
Now you better have enough storage, man.
I saw the latest Call of Duty is like 400 gigs. That's just absurd.
It's nuts, dude. It's actually
Burrow's best chance was the Super Bowl year. That's true. Definitely probably Stroud. I think Stroud, if I had to bet money right now, that ticket is like probably like plus 5,000. I would go CJ Stroud, cover him at in 20-6.
And he's got some aura. Talk about a player with some aura.
Right.
CJ Stroud literally had his own dance.
The squabble. It's funny because without pads, he doesn't have much aura. When he's just a regular dude in the street, like, have you seen the videos? They've been making fun of him.
Nah, he's a cool dude. Like I actually fuck with him on the podcast. Like he's been making Micah Parsons look fucking stupid all off season.
They've been saying him and Micah. Hey, what up, Nick? Appreciate you tapping in. They've been saying CJ Stroud and Micah Parsons are on a vacation this offseason because they've been popping up everywhere.
They've been together everywhere. And they're just making content together. Like I see what they're doing.
That's it. It's a good PR move.
And I see that. I see the roles that they're taking too. Like Micah's okay with being the stupid one.
Right. And CJ's the intellect.
And CJ's the intellect. Right. Like that's
and it makes sense as the defensive player, and then the QB's the dissecting, guy.
Yeah, QB's supposed to be the smarter guy.
Exactly.
He is.
And Micah's just like, oh, I hit people. That's his angle. And it works.
Micah Parsons isn't the brightest bulb
in the shack. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think and Tank Martin, who you got? Let's wrap it up.
Baby. You already know.
Yeah, I got Tank too.
That's it. I think it's gonna be clean cut. It's gonna be an easy one. Not going the distance, and you already know who's gonna win that one.
Yeah, I don't see it going the distance. I'm gonna say Tank in 5, knockout in the 5th round. 5th round knockout. He always plays around the first 4 or 5 rounds.
Right, just tires him out a little bit. Whatever for his chance.
Actually, I'm gonna go 6th round. 6th round, Tank KO.
6th round. All right, fair enough.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out Maine. Shout out to Boston Celtics. Shout out Tank.
Oh, wait. Before we go, gotta review our clip. So this past weekend, as all you guys have seen, I was able to go to David Njoku's charity softball game. It was incredible. Got to meet a ton of great players. Travis Kelce was an incredible guy. Myles Garrett shook everybody's hand. Was saying what's up to everybody. Deshaun Watson, also like all class acts. There was not a single player. Yeah, Kelce was amazing. Like he went up, asked how you're doing, how your day was. We had a conversation about, his brother coming out next year, and just all like great guys, not a single ego in that locker room. It was really cool. And especially my favorite player, number 69, Granny Smith, had a clip that has been going viral. It was on the Pat McAfee show, and it was been going crazy on Twitter, and here it is. To the dugout. I mean,
I think personally they should have made her safe. They shouldn't have called her out, and they should have put a pinch runner in after she was safe.
That was wild.
That was kind of fucking crazy that they called he stepped on the pace. She should have hustled more.
Yo, she is 97 years old.
Could have been quicker than that.
That is just, it's crazy. I pray that I'm that mobile at her age. God bless her.
No, God bless her. 97, even going 90 feet like that is a blessing in itself and amazing.
And then after the game, she's over, like everybody's signing autographs, and she's one of the most popular ones there. But she's not really signing. She's going up and like talking to the kids like they're her grandchildren. Oh, how you doing? You know, she's just making conversation. And her grandson Ross is like, Granny, we gotta get going. You've been talking, and you signed 2 autographs.
And I bet it was hot as hell too.
It was decent. It honestly wasn't too bad. I wasn't like dripping sweat, so that was really good. There was a nice breeze in the stadium, and Cleveland was honestly awesome. Like the city was great. I enjoyed it. And, you know, another shout out to Mac Wilson. I'm wearing his shirt right now.
Shout out to Mac.
Mac and his team, always showing love. They got us into the VIP at the Barley House, and that was tons of fun. And we're going to see them over in Philly. So, yeah.
Awesome.
That's it, baby.
Love to see it.
A lot of stuff in motion, and MoSports is on the come up. Love it.
All right, guys. I appreciate y'all once again. MoSports TV. We'll see y'all next week. I don't know when. Just expect it.
Stay ready.